The transition to residency is one of the most stressful periods in the process of becoming a physician. A lot of that stress builds going into the third year as people have to decide, where am I going to apply and how am I going to make a decision about where to go. I think for me, as I got into that process, the biggest decisions haven't really changed. What would it be like to actually be in that training program every day? What's the atmosphere like? Where do you rotate through in your residency program? All those things make a difference to who you are as an individual. They affect your training. And you've got to figure out not only what fits with my personality and what I want to do for the rest of my life, but what I'm going to do in the next 3 to 7 years. I think I applied to maybe 15, 20 programs, went on about 10 or 12 interviews. I think one thing that has changed in the time since I applied for a residency back in 1993, 94 is technology. On average, people applying in internal medicine might apply to 30, 40, 50 programs. So I think that inflation of application behavior is somewhat natural to technology. What we've tried to do is give people as much data as possible. And so one of the things that we have published for the last couple of years is what we've referred to as diminishing returns data. We try to figure out and give people better information about what difference does applying to an additional program make at some point. At what point are you no more likely to match into a residency program in a given specialty by submitting more applications? So if I'm a program director, I'm thinking about applicants from the standpoint of who's going to be an exceptional addition to my program, who do I want to work with, who's going to round out my training program maybe with some skills or some attributes that others in the program don't have. So the step 1 and step 2 of USMLE is a standardized exam that everybody takes. Now it's a licensing exam, and it was meant to be a tool for licensure. But again, you're dealing with limited information and you want information that's comparable across individuals and institutions. Because that one piece of information is the one thing that is comparable across, there's been an inordinate amount of value placed on it. Program directors, like anybody else, want to know about the individual from a variety of levels. Your interprofessional behavior, your ability to work on a team, and your ability to communicate. Part of the challenge is for the applicants getting as much information about a program as possible. Right now, about half of residency programs, half of those 8,000 programs, actually submit pretty detailed information that we house in the Career in Medicine website. If applicants go to aamc.org/apply-smart or aamc.org/T2R, transition to residency, you'll find lots of this information. One of the things that we have been working on over the last couple of years is trying to figure out how we get better information into the hands of applicants about the residency programs themselves. We tried to test a concept, a residency exploration tool, so that applicants could look at information in one place from all these different sources and get a better, fuller picture of each program to see, is this program actually designed in a way that's appealing to me? So what we hope to do is, again, have a very robust tool that's going to be helpful to the applicants and get them information where they need, when they need it. I still have a copy of my dean's letter from 20-some years ago. It was glowing, it was wonderful, but I think one of the challenges is when all the letters say, this is a great person, they'll make a great doctor, how do you discern? So in 2016, colleagues here at the AAMC, working with a group of constituents in the community, came up with new recommendations for the MSPE. One, make it shorter. So really talking about, 5 pages. What are the key things I need to know? Tell me honestly about some of the challenges that the student may have had. Secondly, we said, can we get the same types of information about the core clerkships that people go through in medical school? And could you tell us at least approximately how that student did in that medical school class that year in terms of quartiles? These might seem like simple things, but I think as we get more common language about what we're measuring, how to assess them, and then compare them across institutions and individuals, that'll make these letters even stronger in the future. Learners are at the forefront of what we do every day. It's why our institutions are there. It's why there are medical schools and teaching hospitals. And so we're trying to think constantly about how to improve that process and that journey.